All right, so welcome back to 6.3. We're going to take a look at exponent and exponent rules, specifically simplifying exponents. So some exponential expressions can get longer and a little bit trickier. And so what we want to do here is go through and simplify them. So if we can take a look here. So probably the first thing I would do is I don't want a negative exponent. I want to make it positive, and that's easy to do if I have a fraction inside. All I do is take the top and rewrite it on the bottom, and take the bottom and rewrite it on the top. And now, by flipping the place of everything, I've eliminated that negative exponent out here. So the next thing I might want to do is get rid of any inside parentheses. So x to the negative 2 to the raised to the 5th, I might just make x to the negative 10. Z to the negative 11th squared, I'm going to make z to the negative 22. If I can reduce any, so now I'm going to start looking kind of one base at a time. Or I might just start with these coefficients. So if I can reduce these fractions, that would be great. So I can reduce 5/25ths to 1/5. Now I'm going to move all the negatives either up or down to make all of the exponents positive. So x to the 10th goes down to the bottom. X to the negative 6 becomes x to the 6 on top. Z to the negative 22nd, I pull up to the top to make z to the positive 22nd. And now I'm going to start combining like bases. So on the top, I've got z squared times z to the 22nd. That'll give me z to the 24th. X to the 6th over x to the 10th. I can see that I've got 4 more x's being multiplied together on the bottom. So I'll have x to the 4th left on the bottom after I'm done canceling out all my x's. I've got y to the 8th over y. So if I subtract those exponents, I get y to the 7th, stays on top. Last, I can distribute that power to all the exponents. So I get 1 squared, which is still 1. Y to the 7th squared will give me y to the 14th. Z to the 24th squared will give me z to the 48th. 5 squared is going to give me 25. And x to the 4th squared will give me x to the 8th. So that's what we end up with there. Now, there are different ways that you can do this. There is not a set order generally in which you have to simplify the expression. One of the key things is to kind of focus and narrow your focus to one base at a time, so that when we're looking at x's, I'm only looking at x's. When I look at the y's, I'm only looking at the y's. I also like to combine anything I can on the numerators together and anything I can on the denominators, and I generally prefer, if I have everything raised to an exponent on the outside, if it's a big one way at the outside, to kind of save that for last. And so with that, go ahead and try taking on 6.1c. So it's all the same exponent rules, but you're going to find that it's a little bit trickier to apply all of them in one given problem instead of one at a time. And with that, we'll see you in the next video.